What's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be reacting to the 5th episode of Wandering Witch: The Journey of Elaina. This one's titled Royal Celesteria. Interesting, Royal Celesteria. I have no context for that. I'm going to guess that's... I guess Celesteria is a place. Royal Celesteria, more prominent part of it. I have no idea really where this is going. But last time we had another interesting episode. The first two were relatively lighthearted. The second two were not so lighthearted. The third episode especially was very divisive amongst viewers, I think that's fair to say. The fourth one kind of continued on that trend, but I think the fourth one was just more of a depressing story and not so critical on Elaina as it was. I know people are very critical of Elaina and her current actions so far. I can justify her actions in the third one for the most part, and the fourth one, I mean, she didn't really do anything wrong. I mean, what else was she meant? She couldn't have done anything differently, really, there. The fourth episode was just a bit more of a depressing story, which is fine. Hopefully we get something lighthearted eventually, because I do miss a bit of the lightheartedness that came with this show, but, you know, we'll see. But yeah, last time we had Rose, a princess in a ruined kingdom, apparently the only one still there, had amnesia and was told of this monster, Javelier, where the castle is the only safe haven from it. However, it is her destiny as a witch to kill said monster, and she starts gaining her memories back during it, realizing that she was the one that wrote this letter and created this monster in the first place, that the monster is her father, and was cursed as revenge for killing her lover, who was someone of a lower status, and therefore, you know, the typical story of a princess and a member of the common folk, in this case a chef, or at least it's heavily implied it's a chef. I'm not sure if it's exactly the one-for-one representation with the book that Elaina harkens back to, is like, oh yeah, there was a story like that once. Don't know if it was also a cook for Rose or not, but the king, her father, had this guy killed because how dare you, a common folk, fall in love with my daughter, blah blah blah. You know, typical thing. She gets revenge, turning him into a monster, erases her memories, and just lets him loose upon the entire kingdom and destroys her entire kingdom just to get revenge on her father, which is a very interesting story. She basically descended into madness. You see her at the end serving dinner, and it explains why she actually knows how to cook so well. It's because she was spending so much time with the cook that she learned some things whilst cooking with him, blah blah blah. You get the idea. So I think it is implied that yes, she did fall in love with the cook, more than likely. And yeah, she became the princess without subjects, as it were, because of her actions and completely her own madness that has now descended her to this. So yeah, that was quite a depressing end to that story. So hopefully, like I said, we get something a little more lighthearted this time. I'm enjoying the way they're telling these stories, though. But I wouldn't mind something lighthearted just to break it up a little bit. We did too lighthearted, too depressing. So hopefully we're going to have another lighthearted one this time. That's what my hope is, but I guess we'll see. Anyway, let's get the episode up here, shall we? As always, these are time-based format reactions. Bottom left of the screen, you're going to see the timer for the episode. I'll count you down 3, 2, 1, play. Now on play, you start the episode, I start the episode, and we'll be in sync. Watching this one on Funimation as per usual, since that's who's licensed it here in the UK and US. We have Kadokawa logo, and then Funimation logos, around about 11 seconds of logos. But to start, you can also use the screen flash on either my face or on the mic to tell when scenes are transitioning to help you sync up that a bit easier. So, with all that said, let's just get into this week's episode in 3, 2, 1, play. Kadokawa and Funimation. Traditional drink, as always. Here we go. We're in another rather bleak-looking kingdom, I must say. Not very much colour here. Don't know how intentional this is or not. Fran! Yes! Please. Please tell me she's coming back. Ventures and Nika. Okay. It probably is her, then. Okay. Royal Celesteria is the name of the place, okay. It's just the name of it. So it's probably like a big important city. OP time. I'm happy to hear Fran mention again. Hopefully we get to see her again. I really do hope. I miss her. And the Adventures of Nikke, that was the book that she loved growing up, and what made her want to be a witch, right? If I remember correctly from the first episode, I believe that was the case. There she is. I hope we get to see her again. Is that the book, The Adventures of Nikke? Or is that her book that she's writing in? I don't know. Can't remember. Is that a fish? Royal Celesteria. Well, we started up very upbeat. And we got the hanging lines out. Little market going on. I say little market, quite a big market. Performances as well. Dancing teddies, of course. What was that move? Ah, like a marionette type thing. Mm-hmm. They're probably doing it for money, though, let's be real. Wow. That's the Magic Academy, okay. Amazing. Probably not, if it's, yeah. Wow, really? You're gonna break in? I suppose only a mage would be able to enter, so... Immediately. Interesting. Okay. Still gotta hold out, though. Okay. Well, no, you can't just enter somewhere you're not invited. How do you know of her? How do you know of her? Sure, this sounds perfectly fine. Yeah. Yeah, I mean... Because it's just so creepy. Oh yeah, pile on all the charm, why don't you? That is absolutely the correct response. Whoa. Okay. What? Huh? How do they know of her? Someone must have told them of her. Yeah, you're not gonna... You're all students. She's an actual witch. I'm guessing this is where Fran teaches, or something like that. And that she set this up. This is fun. Not gonna happen. Oh, that's true. Love the reflection. Nice. This is a full-blown witch for you. Yeah, they are. Wow. Uh, very light-hearted. They're all completely exhausted as well. Mm-hmm. Oh. Yep. This was a lesson. Yes. So happy. I'm so happy she's back. So happy. Mm-hmm. Yep. One just fell over. It's 100% your fault. Oh, awesome. God, I'm so happy. Because you tried to break in. Yeah, you go. No, she ain't. Because the spy would totally just walk him through the front door. Hey, yep. Harkening back to their time together. Mm-hmm. Naturally. Should always pop in, yeah. Hmm. Of course. Okay. Um. Hang on. Huh? I feel like they just set something up there. I mean, this Fowler, whatever, looked somewhat similar. You left it in there. Hmm. Yep. What happened to that manuscript? Well, if someone found it and published it, I bet it's published somewhere. Mm-hmm. Yes. It's a very light-hearted episode, thank God. I think they're heavily implying that Fran is Fula. They're implying Nikke is the mother, aren't they? I think they're implying that her mother is Nikke. Making her work. Mm-hmm. Yep. He tried at least. Fair play to him. Jack of all trades, master of none. It's not a magic question, but sure. Wow. Deserved. Deserved. Well done, Fran. Ooh. Too much relaxing. Oh, lifted up pretty much the whole bucket. Mm-hmm. Actually, a decent teacher. Oh boy. Oh, so we did freeze a fish. Okay. This poor fish. Ah. Deserved. God. This is exactly the episode we needed after the last two. Come on, give us the full view. There we go. Lovely. Mm-hmm. Oh. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Or are they dropouts? They just enjoy it. Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah. Relationship over. Get out of here. Wow. So forth. I love Fran. I really do. Probably not quite that. I think she'll do something more elaborate than that. Mm-hmm. Really? Just leaves. Okay. Oh, a butterfly? No, that's a flower? Flower butterflies. Oh, wow. Okay. Makes for a very cool visual as well. This guy. I'm sure you will. Oh, what a feels-goody episode. So happy. Can't wait for it to all come crashing down. Nice. Alright. That was a good episode. Much different than the last two. Very more reminiscent to the first two. And I think was a necessary break from the from what we had just been experiencing. We do have an after credits, or a preview for next time at least, so we'll stick around for that, of course. But yeah, I think they were heavily implying that... Fran was Fula, or whatever that name was, and that Nikke is her mother. Like, I feel like we're heavily implying that fact, right? Because Fran says, where'd you get the idea of being a traveller? From your mother, right? Why would it be the mother? The mother's shown no signs of that. But then she talks about reminiscing about the adventure of Nikke, not just reading it, she corrects herself. It's like, I feel like it's heavily implied now that Nikke is actually her mother. At least it seems obvious to me that that's where they're going with it. I wonder if they actually will make that connection at some point. Because, I mean, she did say she'd return to her hometown eventually, checking on with her parents. So I guess we'll see. But yeah, very feels good episodes. I can feel my face hurting a little bit from smiling as well, so you know it's been a good one. Alright, what we got? Back to the book. Oh wait, is that the book that she's the legendary traveler? Yep. Okay. Okay. I didn't even piece that together in the moment. That's pretty funny. Alright. That was a good episode. Very good episode. Very lighthearted. Very fun. Smiling the entire time. See, this is what everyone thought this show was going to be. This is what everyone expected from the show when we first started this, right? And then, yeah. Yeah. This is just a really good episode. Like, we even got some little information there, I think, with Nikke being the mother. I'm fairly certain. I'm so glad we got to see Fran again. Like, I said it from episode 1 when they were already departing. I was like, I hope we get to see Fran soon. And I'm glad we got it in episode 5. Whether we'll see her again, I don't know. I would like to, but I don't know if they'll keep her consistent that way. Because it's Fran and, what's the name of the other girl? Is it Saya? Is that her name? I closed the wrong page, so I can't actually tell. Wondering which. Saya? Yeah, Saya. She's the only other character featured in that main OP, I believe. So I assume at some point we're going to go back and see her. I would guess. But yeah, I guess we'll see. I wouldn't mind another scene with Fran, obviously, because I really like those two together. I think they make a great duo. Wouldn't mind seeing Saya again. But I assume next time we'll also be meeting someone new. More than likely. Did we get a name of next episode? I don't think we did we? I don't think there was a name for it. Was there one listed here? No, we don't have a name for the next one. Okay, I guess we'll wait later on in the week to see what the name is. But yeah, that was... Yeah, that was exactly what everyone thought the show was going to be, and I'm glad we returned to it, even if it's for a brief moment, because that was very lighthearted. It was fun to see her interact with these people. Fun to see her as a teacher sort of figure. The poor fish. I feel sorry for the fish. I feel like that fish got the rough end of the deal when it came to that class. Beautiful background art as per usual. And just overall, just fun character interactions. Very enjoyable episode. And that is how I want to end my long, what is a Friday recording, Saturday for you. That's how I want to end my Fridays, with this like upbeat nature. But sometimes it's not quite so upbeat, which is interesting. But hey, what can you do? What can you do? I hope you guys enjoyed that one, as per usual. Thank you everyone for watching. Leave a like if you did. Let me know in the comments what you thought of this episode. Now that we've returned to like this happier vibe, let's say, and now that we've had time to process those 2 episodes that went into the darker directions, I kind of said this a little bit last time as well. How do you guys feel about the way this show is mixing up between these fun, happy moments that we have like this compared to like the darker ones? Because I think the show's strength definitely comes from the lightheartedness. I appreciate that it wants to try and be the darker side, but I don't think it's its strong suit. Like, I feel like it is relatively well executed for what it is. I will defend it, and like there are some people that are saying like it makes no sense for why she's doing these things. Why didn't she do this? Why didn't she attack the flowers? Why did she just let Nina be raped and all this? It's like, well, from her perspective, it makes sense as to why she acted that way. Not everyone's going to react in exactly the same way when faced with those adversities. We're used to main protagonist type characters. We're used to them always intervening at every single little thing, even if it doesn't quite concern them, because it is their honor, and it's like, I'm the main hero, I am a hero, I need to save people. It's like, she's a traveler, she's not a hero. And I think that's kind of well reflected in her character, although maybe not well enough to really sell it to people. Maybe. I think that's where the show might downfall slightly in trying those darker themes. But when it does lighthearted like this, I don't think it sets a step. I don't think it puts a foot wrong. Let's just say it that way. And I think it just works overall better for the show when it tries not to be quite so dark and depressing in its storylines. Personal opinion. But I still enjoy the last 2 episodes just as much. But I don't think they're the appeal of the show. I think the appeal is definitely in an episode like this, for example. But let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. As always, it really helps grow the channel out, as does watching the beginning and intro bits of this episode, as well as just the anime reaction itself. Like, listening to my ramblings here at the end help the overall watch duration, and that helps know that my videos are engaging and that it's worth me doing these little ending bits, because I like doing these ending bits. Honestly, I've seen reaction channels in the past do just the anime reaction, and I know most people just stick around for the reaction part, but these little end bits are what give us individuality. Other than just, obviously, the different ways we react to certain scenes, it's also how we dissect and how we talk about the episodes that I think separates reactors as well. Like I've said before, he was my main inspiration for wanting to do anime reactions, because I love the way he breaks down and talks about shows. Like, in my opinion, he is the pinnacle of that. I don't think anyone comes close to him. Not that I've seen, anyway. I think he is the peak standard of what it means to watch an anime, dissect an anime, and talk about an anime. I think he is the peak of it. It's a shame that more recently I haven't watched many of his series, just because there's not been many series I've been super into, but I think that's going to change. I think his most recent poll, which had matching votes, I think there were some shows on there that I was interested in, so some of his shows that were winding down, I'll be interested to see. He didn't do he didn't do his normal treasure hunts that he normally does each season, instead of focusing on shows that had already come out and some older shows as well, so he's missed out on some of the newer shows. I think Talentless Nana was a tied reaction, so I'll probably end up going to watch his reaction of that as well, as a way to keep the show fresh in my memory as well. But anyway, enough plugging him. I shouldn't be plugging another reactor on my channel, but anyway, that is how it is. So thank you everyone for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to see next week's episode, as well as the rest of the full 2020 lineup that you can find on my channel. Thank you everyone for watching. Until next time, see you guys later.